Hello, my beautiful loves. So welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we're going to be doing something a little different today. I am going to be trying ASMR for the first time. I don't really have any fun ASMR triggers or anything like that. So I'm just going to be doing some soft-spoken, maybe a little whispering, rambling. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. This is not my normal content for anyone who is new watching this. I usually just do makeup, and that's about it. But I've had a few people telling me that I should try ASMR, so that's what we're gonna try. Because apparently some of you find my voice soothing. I don't know. It's kind of new for me. Usually people tell me how annoying my voice is. So hearing that it's soothing is kind of nice. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to be talking about. We have a bit of a new setup going on. Ignore my little pumpkin over there. I have started decorating for Halloween because spooky season is coming up. We're at the end of August, and I'm one of those people that starts decorating as soon as September hits. So, you've heard of a Christmas tree? This is gonna be my spooky Halloween tree. I just took a trick-or-treat basket. I think it was my nephew's from last year. I was cleaning the yard and I found it, so I just took and cut the handle off of it and cleaned it, and then I put some soil in the bottom, and I took some leaves and put them in there, and then I found these branches in our fire pit, because one thing about me, I love a good fire. Sit by a fire, read a good book. There's nothing better in my opinion. And I found these burnt branches in there that didn't burn all the way, so I just kind of stuck them down in there. I'm thinking I might take some fallen leaves and put them on it just for decoration. I don't know. I'm not fully done yet. I'm just getting started. I don't know if you can see my little skeleton duck right there. Let's see, what else? Oh, we got Jack, the skeleton over here. This is my skull collection of glass, like they're cups. Pause. Hold on. Let me reword that really quickly. I don't have skulls, actual skulls. They're all cups that are shaped like skulls. Except for this one random pride one I have right here. It's a rainbow pineapple cup. I really like collecting cups. But this is a skull one. It's clear, so you probably can't really see it. And that right there is a wine glass that I took and painted Jack on. That's a little Jack bobblehead. Also, I apologize if you can hear puppies in the background. They just woke up, so they're a little whiny, so I do apologize if you can hear those. And then right here is my Funko Pop collection. I just started it last year, I think. Maybe the year before. I'm not really sure. But I've always wanted a Funko Pop collection. So Fifi got me a bunch of them for Christmas. That one is Mariah Carey. Obviously, if you know me, you know that I love Mariah Carey. I have an entire wall in my room dedicated to her. I call it my Mariah wall. So Mariah Carey. And then Cruella de Vil. She's my favorite Disney villain. And then you got Maleficent, Ursula, the Evil Queen, Dr. Facilier, or the Shadow Man, whichever you prefer to call him. And then that last one is Soundwave from Transformers, because I'm low-key a nerd. I don't like Transformers nowadays. In my opinion, the first 3 movies were really good. Anything after that was just really not worth watching, in my opinion. But that is Soundwave from the original, I think it was the 90s cartoon. So he was always my favorite. And I got a t-shirt that has him on it, and it came with the Funko, like it was a buy one get one kind of deal. So I got the t-shirt and the Funko Pop. So that was pretty cool. And then over here is all of my makeup tools. These are some makeup brushes that I thought were way too pretty to mess up putting makeup on. So I am going to leave them in the box just as like decoration, I guess. And those are some sponges. Those are my butterfly shades. I need to put those in my car. I just realized that the little visor thing that comes down that's supposed to block the sun, okay, mine is in my car just for decoration, because I was driving and the sun was shining like on me, and I put that down. It did absolutely nothing. So I don't know if I'm like short or if the visor is just not long enough. I put it down and it did not block any of the sun. I was still getting blinded the whole time. So I need to remember to put those in my car, so when I'm driving, I'm not blind and accidentally hit somebody or go off the road or something crazy like that. This is just a big bag of beauty blenders and sponges. I do actually use these. These are not just here for decoration. I go through sponges like there is no tomorrow, because I do lots of crazy makeup. If you've already been following me, you probably already knew that. Sometimes I'm green, sometimes I'm blue, sometimes I'm red. It depends on my mood that day. Everybody's been going around, like there's this trend going around where people are trying to find their natural, unnatural skin tone. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Where people are like painting themselves different colors, and they're trying to find the color that is theirs. I saw that and I was like, I need to try that, because I've been a lot of different colors, but I don't feel like those are the colors I would be in like an alternate universe. I don't know why, but I feel like I would be purple. But not like dark purple. I'm not trying to be Barney walking around. I think more like lavender. I think I would be lavender. But anyways, that was so random. These are some plant pots, like little plant. I don't have anything in them right now, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I just sat them on my shelf. And then, oh, that's my crown that I got when I won a makeup competition. That was pretty cool. I will say it's kind of bittersweet. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I feel very guilty that I won that crown, because I think that my friend, who was also in the competition, RIP to you, beautiful. May you rest in peace until I get there. I think she should have won, in my personal opinion, and that's her crown. In my heart, that's her crown. She should have won it, not me. But yeah, it's kind of not how that cookie crumbled. So she left this earth without getting her much deserved crown, and so a part of me feels kind of guilty about having it. Let's see. I do have a snow globe right there. I tried to start a snow globe collection. As you can see, it didn't really go very well because I only have one. But I do find snow globes very fascinating. I like collecting little things. If you can't tell, I have little knickknacks all over the place. But yeah, I need to see if I can try and find some more of those. Let's see. Oh, up there, that is my water collections. Yes, I'm one of those crazy, weird people who collect waters. I have moon water, rainwater, snow water, storm water, rose water, sun water, sunflower water. I have lots of different waters. That might be weird to some people. The girlies who get it. If you're like, maybe if you're a spiritual person, or if you're one of the witchy girlies, or you're big into manifestation, I use a lot of those different waters during my meditations and manifestations and things like that. And I do have books, of course, because this is technically a bookshelf. I do have a lot of books. Also, ignore everything from that down. That's my, I don't know if you can really see it good on camera, but it's like a spider web tablecloth. And I just kind of hung it right there. Because like I said, I'm going to try to decorate as much of this behind me for spooky season that I possibly can. So that's what that is. Those two little ghosts right there. Y'all may have seen how people make those. They just take, well, I see a lot of people use cheesecloth, but I just took a tissue, like tissue that you blow your nose with, like a Kleenex. I just took one of those and dipped it in part Mod Podge, part water, and then I kind of draped it over to let it dry. And then I made those two little ghosts. Hold on, I'll get them so you can see them more up close. See, it just made a little ghost, and I'm gonna hang them up, and like, I don't really know where I'm gonna put them right now, but you'll see them floating around somewhere in the background. I also painted a bunch of little ghosts. This was a Cheez-Its box, but I just drew a ghost and then cut it out and painted it. And I also made this one. I made a skull, the Scream mask, since it's popular for some reason. I don't know, I've never watched Scream. I've seen part of it, like the iconic phone call scene, but I didn't really care for it, if I'm being honest. I'm a Pennywise fan. It is my favorite horror movie. And then I made this other little ghost. And I'm thinking I kind of just want to stick them on different parts of the shelf. So, we'll see. I also did order like a bunch of other stuff. I got like some bats and a spider web, like a fake spider web with fake little spiders, and I'm gonna go crazy. Spooky season is my favorite time of the year, so I like to decorate starting late August, early September, and then I'll usually keep my decorations up from September to the end of October. And then November 1st is when I start decorating for Christmas, and then I'll keep my Christmas decorations up from November to New Year's. So I kind of just skip over Thanksgiving. I've never really been a big Thanksgiving person, and I personally don't find the day that white people came over and stole land that didn't belong to them as a day to celebrate, but that's just my personal opinion on that. So yeah, I don't really care for Thanksgiving. Plus, I'm a vegetarian, and Thanksgiving's like the day everybody goes crazy for meat because they usually have like chicken and turkey and ham and all of that kind of stuff, all the things that I can't eat. So, yeah, Thanksgiving really doesn't do anything for me. Plus, it doesn't have any music or really any movies or really any fun kind of decorations. There's really nothing fun about Thanksgiving, in my opinion, unless you like to eat. Then I guess that's the day that you can sit and eat whatever you want to. But that's just kind of my opinion. I'm a Halloween person. Halloween's my favorite. I like Christmas, but it's not my favorite. The only reason I like Christmas is because I can listen to Mariah Carey's Christmas album on full blast and nobody can say anything to me. So, yeah. I kind of feel like I'm running out of things to talk about. Let's see. Maybe there's something else on the shelf I can distract myself with. The books. I don't know if you're a reader or not. If you're not, this will probably be very boring to you, but I am a big bookworm. I love books. I like having hard copy books, like what's behind me. But I also love just reading books on my phone. I'm in the middle of 3 different books right now. I'm reading a hard copy book. It's about vampires. So if you're like someone who does like to read and you like to read about the supernatural, I don't really like to read about humans. I am a human, so I know how boring human life is, so why would I sit and read a book about 2 humans? So I like to read about other stuff like werewolves, vampires, witches. I did read one book about a siren. That was crazy. But I also have a water phobia, so it was a hard read for me, because the author, like, she did an amazing job of describing everything. I'm not trying to shade her in any kind of way, but she went a little too crazy with the describing the details of under the water. And I started picturing it all in my head, and it started to freak me out. So I didn't end up finishing that one. But yeah, if you like to read that kind of stuff, I'll show you the book that I'm currently reading right now. Okay, this is the book. Ignore the sticker still being on it. I promise I have read this book. I've actually read it. This is my 4th time reading it. It's called Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. It's really good. Fifi got me this when she got me the Funko Pops. She also got me this book, and I really like it. And how I was talking about I don't like to read about humans. I don't like to read about humans unless it's like history. Which I know some of you probably was just like, that's boring. When I say history, I don't mean like George Washington. I honestly don't care what that man did. I could care less. The only thing in history that I ever found interesting was the whole Germany Nazi thing. I found that very interesting to read about. Which, not interesting in like, oh, this is so cool, because obviously that was a very tragic, dark, horrific time in history, but I do like to read about the Holocaust. I find it Very, very interesting. And if you do too, I do have this book. This is what it looks like. I've read this 3 times. I find it it's a good book. So if you also like to read about the Holocaust, I would recommend reading that one. Like I said, I don't find reading about it fascinating in like a cool way. I'm obviously in no way, shape, or form trying to admire what they did. Obviously, it was very inhumane, the things that they did during the Holocaust, but I don't know. It was the one subject in history class, anytime we talked about it, I locked all the way in, and I would read whatever books they gave us. I would watch whatever videos they told us to watch. Like, I was locked all the way in on the Holocaust. And, yeah. So, if you're kind of like me and you find it interesting to read about, then I would suggest that book. It's a pretty good one. The other books that I'm reading are on my phone. Like I said, I'm in the middle of 3 of them right now, so I'm reading this one, Court of the Empire Queen, for the 4th time. And I'm also reading a book on this phone, and I'm reading a book on my other phone. So, I'm a big, big bookworm. Don't ask me how I don't get them all mixed up. I honestly don't know. It's like I'll sit down and start reading, and then 2 sentences in, I'm like, okay, boom. I'm in this book. This happened last chapter. It's this character, this character. Like, my brain just automatically picks up where I left off. And I love to read. I find it very enjoyable. I know most people usually find it like really boring, but I like it. Writing is really fun too. That's something that I found out about myself, like, I think it was last year. It might have been 2 years ago now, but I started writing a book. Not with like the intentions of publishing it. Oh. Goodness. It's okay, it's okay. Sorry if you heard that. They're very loud. But, I didn't start writing it with the intention of publishing it, or anything like that. It was kind of one of those things where I was like, I want to see if I can do this. So I just tried to do it. Because I'm a Capricorn, and one thing about us Capricorns, if we challenge ourselves with one thing, we're gonna finish it. And just to see if we can do it. It doesn't even matter if we're good at it or not. We just like to see if we can do it. And I sat down. I wrote out my idea for what I wanted it to be about. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Yes, it is. Shh, you're okay. Sorry. I wrote down my ideas. I started throwing around like different names for characters. I started designing, like describing what I wanted them to look like, what I wanted their role to be, and one thing led to another. I sat down, I started writing, and next thing I knew, I had wrote 19 chapters. Just like that. I almost snapped, but then I remembered we're doing ASMR and that would have been really loud. But, yeah, 19 chapters out of, like, I just started writing and it just came out of me. Pause. It just started flowing. I don't know how to say that without it sounding nasty. So, but you understand what I'm saying. So yeah. I don't really have anything else to talk about, I don't think. I'm sorry if this was the worst ASMR video that you have ever in your life witnessed. Like I said, this is not my normal thing. I'm not a pro at this by any means. This was just my first time ever trying it. Because somebody suggested that I should try it, so that's what I did. So you'll have to let me know if this was any good or not. If it was bad, that's okay. But if you liked it, then maybe in the future I can try doing this again, maybe. I do have one thing that we can try, though. I don't have any like fun triggers or nothing like that. And I'm sorry if you're someone who likes mouth sounds, but I'm not about to sit here and just make mouth sounds, because I personally hate for someone to be drives me crazy. I hate it so much. I didn't even really do any whispering. Sorry, I guess we could have tried whispering. But this mic did come with a fluffy mic. So I'm going to put this on and we'll try this out for a little while, just for a few minutes. And then I think this video will be long enough that I can wrap it up here. Yeah, so we'll try this off for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I love the fluffy mic. It's one of my favorite triggers. I don't really watch a lot of ASMR, but when I do, I kinda like videos like this, where they just sit and play with the fluffy mic and talk. All those triggers give me headaches. It's okay. It's okay. Go back night night. Okay, I think this video is long enough for a first try, so you will have to let me know if this was any good or not. But if you did enjoy, let me know down in the comments. And if you would rather I just stick to my normal content, which is just me rambling while I do my makeup. Sorry. But if you enjoyed this, just let me know, and I will gladly do this again in the future. If you are not already a part of my beauty family, you can join for the free by clicking the subscribe button Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment, and I love you. Stay beautiful as always.